Yo, what's going on, boys? Charner here with another video, and in this video I want to talk about how time is going to pass regardless of whatever the fuck you're doing. Time's going to pass regardless. Okay, so you can either spend that time, keep telling yourself that, okay, I'm going to start this new thing tomorrow, or I'm going to do this tomorrow, and keep letting time just drift away. And the truth is, the time's going to pass regardless. Okay, now obviously, with that being said, we're all gonna die someday, and we don't realistically know when that is. Okay, and you can't also sit there and stress about that because you don't know when that is, right? So you can sit there, and you do have to understand, though, 1 year from now is coming regardless. Okay, it's coming regardless. Okay, so if you eliminate, a lot of people are like, oh well, I don't know when I'm gonna die, so I just got to live every day up to the fullest. Okay, there's a difference between that and actually appreciating life. There's a difference between keep on telling yourself that, oh, one day I'm going to die, so that just means while I'm here, I'm just not going to fucking do anything. No, bro. God does not like that shit. God does not like sloth and laziness, so don't do that. But with that being said, you don't know when you're going to die. So if you eliminate that from the equation, then 1 year from now is coming regardless, bro. 1 year from now is coming regardless. It doesn't matter what you're doing. 1 year from now is coming regardless. Okay? It's coming regardless. 1 year from now. So, and a lot of people, when they get into trading, whether that's trading or anything else, it's always like, yeah, but like, it's going to take a year to figure this out. It's going to take 6 months to figure this out. Who cares, bro? Who cares? The time's going to pass regardless. The time's genuinely going to pass regardless. 1 year from now is inevitable, bro. It's going to be here. It's currently June of 2026, bro. June of 2027 will just be next year, bro. 360 days from now. It's going to be here. And then guess what? The year after that, it's going to be here. The time's going to pass regardless. So a lot of people that's getting into something, they're just complaining about, like, yeah, but it's going to take me a long time. Yeah, but, it's going to take a long time to perfect my skill set and this and that. The time's going to pass regardless. So whether you sit there and it is like, yeah, it's going to be kind of hard, so I'm just, not going to do it. And yeah, I'm pretty much just going to go get a job instead of, trying to fulfill my dreams and trying to start this business or trying to perfect my trading, this and that. The time's going to pass regardless. So if you just give up, a year's going to pass and you're going to be in the exact same position. Whereas if you just genuinely did it, then 1 year's going to pass regardless. It makes no sense. Think of it from a logical standpoint, bro. Like, if you're genuinely thinking about doing something and you don't want to go through the hard skill set of actually doing it, then think of it on the most basic form. Think of it genuinely on the most basic form. Think of it as, okay, 1 year's going to pass regardless. 1 year's going to pass regardless. And I'm just speaking of 1 year, you can say even 5 years. 5 years is going to pass regardless. So, for example, if someone's trading's the main one because it's very big on you don't see the results instantly. That's the biggest thing with trading is you don't see the results instantly. So, but you can measure your actions you can measure it by actions instead of results. Okay, and that's what you need to be doing. But regardless, if you look at it from a standpoint and you zoom out and you're like, okay, 5 years is going to pass regardless. 5 years is inevitable. It's going to pass regardless. So, I can sit here and be like, yeah, this trading thing's really, really hard. And I don't really want to wait a year to see any consistency. I want money now. And I don't really care about bettering my skill set. I just want money now. And this is very hard skill set. So I'm probably just going to give up. Cool. So what's going to happen there? Well, you're going to lose all motivation to realistically do anything at all, because trading is one of those things that each and every time you get up and you keep grinding towards it, you actually feel motivated because you see improvement, right? You see improvement, not in the form of money, but you see improvement in and of itself. Trading affects every single aspect of your life, genuinely. If you can build discipline on the charts, you build discipline outside of the charts, and vice versa. So it affects everything, and it's a great skill set in my opinion. So if you just are like, yeah, I'm just not going to do it, cool. So what's your options? Well, your options are, quite frankly, to do another business venture that's going to be the exact same thing as trading. So why would you just give up on a skill set that you're already learning? Or go get a job, and that's going to be the most basic thing. It's just like, yeah, it's just too hard anyways, it's just a lot easier to kind of get a job, stable job, guaranteed paycheck, and then that's it. We only get one life, but who cares? I'm still going to just work a job and just kind of hate my life and this and that, and that's it. So 5 years passes regardless, and you're going to be in the same exact position, genuinely the same exact position. Whereas if you just understand that 5 years is going to pass regardless, 5 years are genuinely going to pass regardless, and you're like, okay, you know what? Yeah, the skill set I'm doing isn't really working right now, but I see improvement within my discipline, within understanding the charts at least, and I'm measuring my results by actions, not by money, right? If I'm doing the same actions every single day, then that means theoretically I will achieve more if I'm doing the correct actions every single day, to again push towards that goal and achieve more. So you can just measure it by that and be like, okay, well, the 5 years are going to pass regardless, so why don't I just keep moving along every single day with this skill set? The 5 years are going to pass. So tell me, from a logical standpoint, sitting up above and looking at those two options, the one is, yes, it's a lot harder. Sure, you might not be comfortable in current time, but you think 5 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, oh yeah, that one day 5 years ago in June, man, it was just a rough day because I was on my computer a couple more hours than I should have been. No one cares, bro, and you're genuinely never gonna fucking think of that at all. If anything, you're gonna be so thankful you got put through the hard stuff. So you understand, from 5 years from now, you're gonna look back and not remember a single fucking day of, oh, that one certain day, man. Yeah, it really sucks. I shouldn't have been on my computer 2 hours longer than I should have been, doing that work that I didn't want to do. I really remember that day. That was a bad day. You're not going to remember that shit, bro. So looking at a logical standpoint, 5 years from now, looking back, you clearly see the two paths. It makes no logical sense at all to give up on the skill set you're developing. Zero fucking logical sense. Give me one reason. If you guys are in the comment section, give me one fucking reason it makes any logical sense to give up on a skill set that you're developing and do the other route of going and getting a job. Give me one logical reason. It makes zero sense. If the time is going to pass anyways, why are you complaining about a skill set that's going to take time? Every skill set takes time. The ones worth doing are the ones that take the most time, bro. That's why trading is such a hard skill set. Think of it. Trading, you can genuinely take a fucking MacBook and go anywhere. Anywhere. Out of the country, in the country, wherever you want to go. Genuinely, wherever you want to go. Okay? Now think of it as this. Okay, well, a job, I can, at least go and I can get a remote job, where I can just go and, take my computer and work anywhere. Sure, you have a point there, but now let's look at it. Let's look at the money side of things, okay? In the long run, if 5 years is going to pass anyways, are you going to make more improvement on your money side and on your skill set and on your risk tolerance and trading in 5 years? Or are you going to make more or working a job where you might get $1 raise every 2 years or something like that along those lines? Trading, obviously, in every single realm, just focusing and mastering your skill set rather than just quitting and going to work a job because you're scared of putting in the work now makes no logical sense at all. I see people in my Discord, or not in my Discord, but in other people's Discords online about like, yeah, this trading shit hasn't worked out. I've been doing it for a year and it's just like, yeah, man, like I'm just going to have to go do something else. Why? Genuinely, why? You understand if you put in the correct actions, everyone subconsciously knows that. If you put in the correct actions now, it's going to work out. And if the time's going to pass anyways, why the fuck? Why the fuck are you worried? Why would you give up a skill set that you already have developed for over a year and just throw it down the drain and switch? Why? The same exact thing's going to happen on a different skill set. Yeah, you might get a little bit of money quicker right? But in the span of a longer period of time, you're never going to make the same amount as you would have just sticking with your skill set that you already know and you already have the most time into. I had the opportunity to switch from trading multiple times if I wanted to, bro. So many times I could switch from trading if I wanted to. And even after I graduated high school, I could completely switch to trading, and I could go to college, and I can go and get a perfectly stable job, bro. I really could. But I sat there and I looked, and I was like, well, wait a second. I have 2 years of my journey already into this trading stuff. Why would you give up now? I'm throwing away 2 years. It's the same thing even if you have 1 year, bro. It's the same exact thing. And again, the time's going to pass anyway, so I keep going back to it. But if you just look at it from a logical standpoint, 5 years from now is inevitable, bro. Let's even say 4 years from now, okay? It's 2026, June of 2026, okay? You're going to have June of 2030 in 4 years, guys. 4 years' time. That's not that much time. You guys are going to be 4 years older. I'm 19. I would be 20, 21, 22, 23 years old. I'd be 23 years old, guys. The 4 years are going to pass anyways. Now, when you think of it from that standpoint, whether you guys are watching this video and you're like, 25, 20, 18, any of those ages, you add 4 years, you're still we're all still young, right? But you sit here and you're thinking of 4 years as like, okay, it sounds like a long time. Realistically, think about it, bro. Think about it. 4 years is not really going to be that much. 4 years, I'm still only going to be 23 years old, bro. 23 fucking years old. That's a young kid still. Like, that's genuinely a young kid. You're in your 20s. Anyone in their 20s is still young as fuck. There's still people in their 30s, bro. Like, that is still young as fuck. Like, you're still genuinely so early. So, if the 4 years is inevitable anyways, and we're going to be sitting here in June, you guys can come back in this video, June of 2030, 4 years from now, and see where you would just think about it from a logical standpoint. Would you be in a better place giving up on your skill set and going to work a job, or would you be better just focusing on your skill set? It makes zero logical sense to give up on a skill set. The 4 years are going to pass anyway, so we all know in years in due time, trading will work out, and you will be making money from it. And you will be learning valuable lessons along the way that God will give you. And you just keep bettering yourself as a trader. So why would it make any logical sense to sit there and straight up give up because you don't want to wait it out when the years are going to come anyways? It makes no logical sense. Tell me how that makes sense. 0 sense at all. The years are 100%, I shouldn't say 100% guaranteed, but again, if we remove the idea of, we're all going to die and we don't know when that is, if we remove that idea from it, because you can't be scared all your life, right? God wants you to try while you're here as much as you possibly can and use everything He's giving you. And you don't know when you're going to die. So you have to remove that kind of from the equation and enjoy every day, as in the sense of being thankful, right? That doesn't mean go out and party and drink and do a bunch of degenerate shit every single day. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying you do have to be thankful every single day, bro. You do have to be thankful, every single day, because you don't know when it's going to be your last. But regardless of that, if you remove that from the situation, again, the 4 years are coming anyways. The next 4 years are already set in stone. So whether you quit and go and work a job, you're going to be in the exact same place. Genuinely the exact same place. Or you go and focus on your skill set that you're already developing, and me and you both know that you're definitely not going to be in the same place. You're going to be so much better off in every single realm, especially if you're trading. Your discipline's going to be through the fucking roof, okay? Your risk tolerance for money, again, through the roof, because as you trade, it's not like a job where, again, a job you're stuck with the hourly income. Trading, you can genuinely up your risk tolerance more and more and more. And I know I'm getting into the difference right now of, trading and a job, but the main point being here is just genuinely a lot of you guys are like, and I see it, bro, literally on my computer in Discord servers and on Instagram. I get DMs and it's like, bro, like, this is a hard skill set, you know, like, I've already been doing this for a year, and it's just like, it's not working out. And it's like, first of all, people need to understand a year in trading is absolutely nothing. 2 years, now, okay, maybe you're getting somewhere, but 2 years you're still not going to be making a bunch of money at all by any means. This is a hard skill set to get into. It takes a couple years. When you say it like that, a couple years to build a skill set of lifetime income, of freedom that you can travel anywhere, and you can constantly improve your life on in all realms. Are you insane? That sounds crazy. That sounds too good to be true. It sounds too good to be true. Yeah, a couple years you can perfect your craft. And people, a couple years, yeah, maybe, 3, 4, 5 years. And people are a year in complaining that it's not working. It's not supposed to work. If it worked a year in, bro, your life would be cooked. You'd have no aspect on money, and you'd have no appreciation for fucking anything because you never went through any fucking hardships. God has to put you through those hardships, and he has to make it hard, bro. That's the same way, like, I'm going through a very dry period on trading, right? I'm going through a very dry period of there's just no trades, and God's purely testing my discipline. And it's like, okay, I'm sitting here with my feet kicked up because it's like, yeah, I'm cool, bro. Like, I know this shit's gonna pass anyways, right? First of all, I have the data on this, and I have faith in God. It's like, bro, cool. God's putting me through a test. Let me show him that I have discipline. And it's the same thing with everything in trading, bro. It's the same exact thing. There's gonna be countless examples where God is testing you. And that's pretty much it. That's all I want to talk about is, like, genuinely people are just, like, scared to keep up with the skill set because it's not giving them instant results. Trading will never give you instant results. Business will never give you instant results. The only thing that will give you instant results is working a job. And that's the easiest thing to do. So why do you think so many people do it? And why do you think so many people seriously hate their life? That's the truth of it. I mean, like, let's be real here, How many people do you know that actually work a job, like, absolutely love their life and wake up every single day trying to better themselves, this and that, and just that's what they live for? I'm sure you guys can't think of too many people like that at all. So if you want something worth living for, first of all, work on yourself and work on a skill set that you've been developing. The years are going to pass regardless. They're going to pass regardless. They're set in stone to pass. 1 year from now is going to come. So if you put in the work regardless, 1 year is going to come around, and guess what? You're going to be way better of a person, have a way better skill set, and probably make a lot more money. So I can't stress this enough. I'm trying to just drill it into you guys because I don't understand how people are just, like, wanting to so easily give up on a skill set because they're scared of it just not working, and they're just like, yeah, just, it's a lot easier to pretty much go and get a job. They want to sacrifice their hard work, and they want to get out of their hard work, and they want to just have comfort now, right? Because the truth is, right now, what I do today, if I choose to have a comfortable day and I don't do any work at all and I just watch Netflix all day, compared to if I do work morning to night on my computer, am I going to notice a difference today? No, I'm not. And that's something that people can't deal with because they need instant gratification is the word I'm looking for. Instant gratification. They need instant proof of their work. And when they're working day and night and they don't see any results, whereas if they just watch Netflix and lay in bed all day and night, then they see the exact same results, right? Because nothing's instant in trading. And they need stuff instant. And I mean, that also, again, that stems from the human brain. That stems from working a job, guaranteed paychecks, going to school, getting guaranteed grades after you fill out your test, getting on your phone, getting instant dopamine on your Instagram Reels and TikTok, and everything's instant nowadays. And that's where people mess up. It's just like, having a skill set that's going to take time. It's not instant, bro. So it's hard. It's hard for the human brain. Like, your brain genuinely is not wired for that at all. It's not wired. Years are going to pass anyways, so if you just keep putting in the work every single day, day in and day out, 1 year from now is inevitable. So if I'm a person that's doing the work every single day, and I understand 1 year from now is coming, and I understand I will be a better person 1 year from now if I measure my results, or I measure my work in actions, and if I'm just putting in the work every single day, whereas if I'm just sitting here and I'm like, yeah, this shit's too hard. I'm just going to go get a job. Okay? So there's a second version of me that does that. 1 year from now, what's the difference? Nothing. Genuinely nothing. Nothing improved in life. At all. Whereas if I just stick with my skill set, 1 year from now, I'm going to build way more skill sets in my trading, and I'm going to make a lot more money in my trading, and I'm going to be a better human individual 10 times more from trading because it's going to better my discipline. So it makes no logical sense. 0 sense to me at all. So I pretty much wanted to make this video and explain that time's going to pass regardless. So it makes no sense to me why people don't just lock in and keep working, because again, I can't stress it enough. It makes no sense to me. It genuinely makes no sense to me. It gets me so fired up because the time's gonna pass regardless. Genuinely, the time's gonna pass regardless. So why are you fucking like, yeah, this is too hard. I'm just gonna pretty much fuck off and go get a job, and this shit's just way too hard. 4 years from now, you're gonna look back and be like, damn, if I would have just stuck with that skill set, where would I be? Think about that. That has to eat you alive, bro. Think about it. 4 years from now, if you give up on everything and you're working a job, 4 years from now, you would sit there and be like, damn, where the fuck would I be if I stuck with that skill set and I worked on it every single day? Where would I be, realistically? And that thought is enough to eat every single one of you. It has to. It has to. I know you guys would be, just think about that. Sit there and think about that for a second. 4 years from now, looking back, if I just was like, yeah, this shit's too hard. Trading, I've been trading for, a year and a half. I've saw no progress. So I'm just going to give up on it. And the next 4 years, guess what? You go get a job, you're chilling, and you sit there 4 years from now, and you're really not in any better place, right? You might have maybe you got some instant cash coming in. That's about it. Cash, that's really not that crazy working a job. It's not that crazy to go out there and do a little side hustle and make the same amount as working a job. It's not hard at all. And you'd sit there 4 years from now and look back and be like, damn, if I stuck with that skill set, where would I be? That will eat you fucking alive. Don't let that eat you alive. So how about instead of doing that, you just focus on your fucking skill set. So 4 years from now, you can look back and be like, damn, I'm so glad I did not give up on that shit. I'm so glad I didn't. So that's pretty much all I have. That's all I have. And again, the time's going to pass anyway. So imagine mastering a skill for said 4 or 5 years. Just imagine that, bro. Imagine every single day you get on the charts, you backtest just 1 hour, literally just 1 hour a day. Okay? Let's think about this. I'm doing a logical standpoint here. Let's think about this. You backtest 1 hour a day. That's not even that much at all. You backtest genuinely just 1 hour a day, and you're getting, let's say, 1 hour or even 30 minutes, because the way I trade is very passive now, right? When I was first coming into it, I would spend a lot more time on the charts. Let's even say you spend 30 minutes a day on the charts, watching live candlesticks kind of flow, watching your setups come into fruition, and just watching everything play out. Let's say you spend an hour a day backtesting, gathering results, and then of course you have the rest of the day that some of you guys make content, right? You'd be making content, you'd be making graphs and data points with your trading analytics and all of this stuff, right? But let's just talk about purely the chart time. That's an hour and a half a day. Okay, that's an hour and a half a day. We won't even include weekends at all. Okay, so if you do that and times that by 5, that's 7.5 hours a week of market time, genuinely market time. 7.5 hours, okay, of just seeing candlesticks play out, gathering data on your edge, refining yourself. Okay, 7.5 hours a week, right? Times that by 4, 30 fucking hours a month. 30 hours. So 30 days, again, there's 30 hours that you're just on the charts gathering data every single day, day in and day out. You're telling me, first of all, from a person a month before that does not have 30 hours of watching candlesticks live and backtesting, gathering data, at the end of that 30 hours, at the end of that month, those two people are going to be honestly completely different people, first of all. Those two people, think about that, guys. 30 fucking hours. Those two people are going to have just a little bit of intuition kind of made up already and a way better understanding of the market. That is 1 fucking month. 1 month. So if you're sitting there thinking about the next 4 years, let's just times that by 12, that's already 360 fucking hours. Okay, then I don't even want to times it by 4. It's just some absurd number. 1,400 fucking hours. And it's like, bro, 1,400 fucking hours. 1,400 hours genuinely spending an hour and a half a day on your computer. You guys wake up at 8 a.m., you're done by 9:30, you enjoy the rest of the day, you do that for the next 4 years, you get 1,400 fucking hours of market experience. What the fuck? And you're telling me at that time you're not going to have any skill set built in trading? Bullshit, bro. That's straight up fucking bullshit. You're straight up coping if you're trying to tell yourself that 4 years from now you're not going to have any extra market experience, and if it's not working now, it's not going to work in 4 years. It's complete bullshit. It's complete coping. Stop fucking lying to yourself. You're completely fucking coping. 1,400 fucking hours of just an hour and a half a day. A day, bro. That is nothing. That is nothing. I'm doing the bare absolute minimum. 30 minutes live chart time a day and an hour a day backtesting. Think of then the extra time that you're working and building content. Or maybe, guess what, you start teaching others. When you start teaching others, you actually better your own understanding as well. That's a very known thing. There's actually a book on that. I can't think of what it's called, but I have read some of it online. I've watched some videos on it as well. It's very interesting. But that's not even including any of the extra shit, bro. That's just including, like, genuinely, purely you just having an hour and a half a day on the market. That's it. For the next 4 years, you get 1,440 hours extra. Look at that shit. 1,440 hours, bro. And you're telling me that there's going to be no difference and it's not worth to continue pushing through it. In 4 years, you'd have that many hours over someone that just gave up. There's obviously going to be a gap on every single realm. Trading, discipline, motivation even. Because when you see that shit come into fruition, bro, you're going to be so motivated because obviously you've seen it play out, so you know it can continuously happen. You're going to have a gap against everyone on every single realm of things. And the years are going to pass regardless. So why would you not just push through it every single day? Enjoy life, right? Like, enjoy life, go travel some places, but work on it every single day. I'm not saying you don't have to be a monk for the next 4 years and just, like, every single day be trapped in your room and have 10 hours a day just on the charts. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the bare minimum, an hour and a half a day on the markets for the next 4 years gives you an advantage that no one can comprehend at all. It's fucking insane. It's genuinely insane. That's an insane number. That's not even on the fucking weekends, bro, either. Like, a lot of you guys don't realize, bro, like, if the years are going to pass anyways, I just showed you, like, the bare minimum example of 4 years of how much more time you'd have on the markets compared to someone else. You guys probably been trading for 6 months and you notice probably in the last 6 months you guys notice a crazy difference. I know me personally, I don't even recognize my trading from 7 months ago. 7-8 months ago, I genuinely don't even recognize myself as a trader. That's how fast fucking things can happen and kind of click, right? Because the more time you spend onto something, you figure out things faster. And a lot of times there is something that really does. It's just kind of a clicking moment where it's like you've just been missing out one piece the entire time. And as soon as you throw it in, everything kind of clicks. At least I had that for me within the last 7 months. I needed more in-depth market analysis almost. And I was over trading. And I mentored up with a very good mentor that taught me those types of things. And it was like that was my missing clicking piece. I added that into it and boom, it's like, okay, you're good now. And genuinely, there is a clicking piece. So if something like that can happen in the last 7 months, bro, and a lot of you guys that's watching this, think about this. Think about the last 6 months. If you guys probably advanced so much in the last 6 months that you don't even recognize. You're probably like, damn, 6 months ago, looking back at my trades, like, damn, what the hell was I doing? And hopefully, if you're actually reviewing your trades, you should be doing that. You should be bettering yourself. But a lot of you guys can, you see the difference in 6 months. So imagine what 4 years is going to do. Just don't give up, bro. That's all I can say, okay? I know I've been yapping the same subject over and over again, but I can't stress it enough because I genuinely get again, like I said, DMs and shit, and it's just like people wanting to give up because it's like it's not working, bro. Let the years pass. The years are going to pass regardless. Just let the time play out, bro. You're on God's timing. If you guys would have some faith in God that he did not put this into your brain to let you just completely flop and fail and waste time, if you guys just had the faith and you just put in the work every single day and measured your results in actions, not by money, then you would not be stressed at all. You'd be like, yeah, bro, let's get it. The next 4 years, I'm fucking excited, bro. I'm excited. Like, I know me personally, I'm so fucking excited. I'm so excited, you know? No, I'm not making $10,000 a month off trading right now. I'm not, right? But I know at some point in time, I am. Because I have full faith and trust in God. And I see it with my results, with my backtesting results, and it's right there. It's possible, bro. It's just a matter of time until you build up your skill set more and more and more, until you build up your risk tolerance more and more and more, until you, again, let time pass and you build more accounts and you get more accounts with different prop firms and you start learning how to, juggle all of these things and you just develop as a trader. I don't see how anyone can sit there and be like, yeah, this shit's hard, trading's not working out in the next couple months, I'm just kind of quitting. The years are going to pass regardless, so why the fuck would you give up on a skill set that literally gives you unlimited fucking everything? Unlimited self-discipline, unlimited fucking freedom. You can go literally wherever the fuck you want to go. Unlimited money. You can have as many prop firms as you fucking want. You can create a live account with as much money as you possibly want. A lot of these brokers have an insane amount of leverage you can use. Like, it makes no sense. It makes zero logical sense. And people are just giving up because it's purely fucking hard. I'm telling you guys, please don't, bro. Please don't, because the years are going to pass regardless. And that's all I have. That's my opinion on everything. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this, let me know, comment. Please like and subscribe, bro. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to content max as much as I possibly can, bro. Especially recently as trading's kind of been clicking for me. And I've made money in the stock market, and things come into fruition. It's like it's there, bro. It's right there, and it's like I remember just like 2 years ago watching videos of people talking to me just slightly 2 or 3 chapters ahead of me, not even some crazy millionaire rich lifestyle, just people that are just genuinely a couple chapters ahead of me, and they can give me their last 2 or 3 chapters of their advice. It helped me so much, and hopefully I can do that, right? If I'm on chapter 10 and maybe you guys are on chapter 6 or 5 of your life, then, or of your trading journey, then hopefully if I can just shine some light on my last couple chapters, because I'm not the best either. Like, I'm still improving. I'll always say that, but at least if I can give you advice on the last couple of chapters, then hopefully you guys can move through those chapters faster than I did, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're all trying to figure this out, but I'm telling you, bro, the years are going to pass regardless, so just keep focusing on the skill set. And yeah, bro, that's all I have for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.